Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good today. So in today's video, I am going to be talking about my top 5 Colourpop dupes that are available here in India. So all these products actually I gathered around, and I thought they are very similar to the Colourpop products that I just love so much, and some are exact dupes and some I would say are kind of like an alternative, not like an exact dupe. So anyway, let's dive in. Also, if you are someone who's new to my channel, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like it here. I hope you like the vibe. I hope you like the content. If you end up liking the content, you can hit the subscribe button. Along with that, the notification bell as well. So let's dive in. Also, I do want to say that all the products that I'm going to talk about from Colourpop are quite popular. It's not like they are underrated. These were quite popular from Colourpop. So the first thing I have here is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. So this is the Tinted Moisturizer from Colourpop, and I got this like few months back. I would say 7 to 10 months back I got this, and at that time in India I couldn't find any good tinted moisturizer, so I had to get this one, and I absolutely did like it as well. First I did not like it that much, but after using it for a couple of times I liked it a lot, and this has hyaluronic acid in here. So I thought, since I have a lot of tinted moisturizer, I thought it was going to be similar to at least one of the formulations that I have, and I found a dupe of the tinted moisturizer, and this is the Real Woman tinted moisturizer, and this, I think this also has hyaluronic acid. I don't know, it doesn't say here, but this and the Colourpop one is exactly similar. Even the shade is exactly similar, I would say. On Colourpop I am the shade medium 12W, and on the Real Woman I am in the shade 03 medium. I would say they are exactly similar. Like the color is similar, the formulation is similar, and the way it sits on the skin, it's exactly a dupe. And the Colourpop one actually retails for 1,400 to 1,800 depending, on your taxes, custom, shipping and all of that. So yeah, and the Real Woman only retails for 550, and it's easily available on Amazon. So I would say both of them, they are such like a good dupe of one another. And if you're wanting to try the Colourpop tinted moisturizer, just go and try the Real Woman tinted moisturizer, and I just think that these two products are just the same. Anyway, I do have to say the Colourpop one comes in a variety of shades though. The Real Woman not in that much of variety. The Colourpop tinted moisturizer has a very good selection of shades. So the next product that I have from Colourpop here is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. Now this is also a product that I instantly fell in love with after using it. It's exactly made for my dry skin. It has hyaluronic acid in it, and again it's a product that is very creamy, and it actually looks really nice on the skin. Now the next thing that I actually thought it was a very similar, I wouldn't say it's like an exact dupe, but it's very similar. It is the Pack Take Cover Concealer. Now the shade of both the products are different, I do have to say that, but the formulation is very similar, where you can use this as an alternative, I would say. I like the Pack shade a little bit more better because I feel like it does suit my skin tone really nicely, and the Colourpop one also is good, but the shade is not as good as the Pack one, I would say. Now coming to both the formulations, as I said, they are very hydrating on my under eyes. They do not form a lot of lines. Obviously they crease a little bit over time, but not as much as lines as the other products, they form on my under eyes. Anyway, another thing I do have to say is that the coverage on these are medium coverage. They are not a full coverage concealer, and that is why I like about this, because you can wear this on a day-to-day basis. Just one more thing I like about the Pack one a little bit more, I would say, is that it's a little bit more hydrating on the eyes, like under eyes, on my under eyes. I feel like the Pack one just is a tiny bit more hydrating. You can see it on the clip as well, but overall just the finish and everything, it's quite similar. So the next product that I have here is actually a serum blush. This is the Cheek Dew Serum Blush from Colourpop, and I already did do this dupe before as well, but today since it is a dupe video of only Colourpop, I wanted to do this. So this is the Revolution Baby Tint, and this is a blush, but it's not like, they don't claim this as a serum blush, but it's very similar. Now when I put a swatch of this on my hand, it may not look, the tone may not look exactly same, but I do have to tell you they are exactly the same on the cheek. Now both of them are not dusky skin friendly. I do have to say, if you have dusky skin, I feel like they're not going to show up on your skin that well, because the formulation is very watery. It almost feels like you're putting water on your cheeks, and the pigment also is very less. It has like I would say sheer coverage wise. So yeah, it is a very extremely natural. Both the shades look exactly the same on the cheeks. As I said before, it may look a little bit different on my hands, but it's almost exactly similar on the cheeks. Even now you can see one side is Colourpop and one side is the Makeup Revolution Baby Tint, and you cannot tell a difference, you know. So I feel like it's not my favorite blush. Both the products, they are not like my favorite blush. Sorry. Yeah, so I feel like both the products, they are not my favorite, but I do really like them, especially during winter season. During summer, I feel like they do not last that well on my cheeks. They kind of, you know, fade after a couple of hours, but for winter, they are perfect. So yeah, these are my winter blushes, and yeah, both of them exactly same product. Next product I have here is actually Colourpop. These are the Super Shock eyeshadow, and they are single eyeshadow. These are very popular and people love this for a reason. They are really very unique, and the shades that they come in are very unique. I think so they are going to suit a lot of skin tones, and they come in a variety of multi-chrome shadows, duochrome shadows, and I have really amazing shades here as well. I love to collect the Colourpop Super Shock eyeshadows because I feel like they are very unique. Although a few months ago I got this Forever 52. This is the Peridot Gem Collection palette, and this palette, while I was, you know, applying this on my eyes, I realized that a lot of the shades are very similar to the Colourpop eyeshadows. Now, first of all, yes, this is a little bit on the expensive side, but Colourpop one shadow retails for 650 rupees or more than that sometimes. You know, if you get from Instagram resellers, they kind of charge more than that. So it retails for 650, 850, around that range. So I do have to say that, you know, getting one Colourpop eyeshadow and getting this palette, I would say, you know, it's more kifayati if you get the palette. Now, as I said, this is not like an exact dupe of the shades that I have, but they are pretty similar. Now today I have the shade Sunset from the palette, and I have the shade Moonwalk from Eyeshadow from Colourpop on one eye, and on the other I have the shade Sunset. Now as you can see, as I'm swatching the shades, I realized that the Colourpop ones over time, it kind of dries a little bit, you know. That is the only disadvantage of the Super Shock formulas, because it's kind of creamy at first, but after a while, after a few months, it kind of dries up and it does not give that much of pigment. I just wanted to tell you guys that because I feel like that happens with me a lot. Now with this palette, I absolutely love it. It's a gem. It's almost as good as the Colourpop Super Shock formula, and although it's not as creamy, you cannot tell a difference when it's on the eyes. The best way to apply these shadows, I would say, is with your fingers. And as I said, today I applied on one eye the Forever 52, on other the Colourpop one. And I have to tell you guys that the Forever 52 side is a little bit more blingy. The Colourpop side is a little bit more muted, but the, you know, the Forever 52 side, it's a little bit more, has a little bit of that much more, I would say, sparkles to it. And yeah, I absolutely love both the sides, but I do have to say I like the Forever 52 side just a tad bit more, you know. So yeah, I do really love this palette, although it's always out of stock. But anyway, if it comes in stock, just grab this one because you cannot miss out on this. It is such an amazing palette, and I always have talked about how much I love this palette and how much you guys are also going to enjoy this. So yeah, just this is a very good alternative, I would say. So the last product that I have here is a Colourpop. This is the Lippie Stix, and I have a shade that is exactly 100% similar. On one side of my lips there is Colourpop, and on the other the dupe. So the Colourpop Lippie stick is in the shade Can't Wait, and I have the dupe from Iba, and this is the shade Cinnamon Chai. Now both of these are exactly the same shade. There is like literally no difference at all. The Colourpop actually Lippie stick retails for, I would say, around like 650, 850, depending, again depends on from which seller you're getting on Instagram or if you're directly purchasing it from Colourpop. So yeah, the kind of price varies on Colourpop products, but anyway, the Iba one only retails for like 350 rupees. Sometimes you can get this on off and get it on discount like around the price of 270, and the Iba one obviously has a more product in here as well. Now the Colourpop Lippie stick is actually a little bit more matte when you compare with the Iba one. The Iba one is also matte, but it's much more of a creamy matte formulation. Personally, I would say I like the Iba one a little bit more because it has that creamy consistency to it, and it's a little bit more creamy matte. The Colourpop one is a little bit more, I would say, like kind of like a complete matte, like just like a lip crayon. And yeah, I just like both the products so much. The longevity, I would say, is a little bit better on the Colourpop one, but again you can reapply the Iba one. There is no issue in that. You can just keep on reapplying it because it's definitely more hydrating on the lips. So anyway, yeah, that was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will try to find more Colourpop dupes in the future if you want me to, because I do have quite a bit of products. But for today, I just wanted to talk about top 5 popular Colourpop dupes that is available here in India. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.